Welcome, SASANS! To a new week of
it's the real
Warhammer and Dragons.
Like,
I'm your host, Maximus Dominus. We have with us today our Inquisitors, who will explain themselves
Louder!
after I lower the volume
Louder!
down. Just like that. Alright, let's start off with Luna.
I'm Egret, a level 6
You don't have
Mark
to say level.
of Sentinel Human Paladin, Oath of Vengeance.
Cool.
We may want to give a breakdown of what the Warhammer setting is really quickly before we and like the
So it's a place where
the-
badass
the-
stuff
I
gets killed with more
got it.
badass stuff.
Alright.
It gets killed with more badass stuff. One shot every time. Basically it. You're badass, one shot.
Alright. It is the 41st millennia. For more than 100 centuries, the Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne on Earth. He is the master of mankind by the will of the gods, and master of 1,000,000 worlds by the might of his exonerable armies. He is a rotting carcass, writhing invincibly with power from the dark age of technology. The carry-on throne of the Imperium, from whom 1,000 souls are sacrificed every day so that he may truly not die. Yet even in the deathless state, the Emperor continues his eternal vigilance. Mighty battle fleets cross the demon-infested miasma of the warp, the only route between distant stars, their way lit by the Astronomicon, physic manifestation of the Emperor's will. Vast armies give battle in his name on uncounted worlds. Greatest amongst his soldiers are the Adeptus Astartes, the Space Marines, bioengineered super warriors. Their comrades in arms are Legion, the Astra Militarum, the countless planetary defense forces, the ever-vigilant Inquisition, and the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus, to only name a few. But for all their multitudes, they are barely enough to hold the ever-present threat of aliens, heretics, mutants, and worse. To be a man in such times is to be one amongst untold billions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. These are the tales of those times. Forget the power of technology and science, for those much have been forgotten, never to be relearned. Forget the promise of progress and understanding, for in the grim dark future there is only war. There is no peace among the stars, only an eternity of carnage and slaughter, and the laughter of thirsting gods. We break now into our introductions
I'm thirsty.
of the Inquisition. Anzer.
I'm Cassio Watch. No relevance. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no relevance.
To the actual company.
The age of technology is past. All right. Yeah. Well, not all. Something lives on. I am a Paladin Inquisitor. Human, of course. Aren't you a cleric? No,
I think a better way of doing
the other
this
one.
is so everyone is of equal level. We're not going to say what level. We already said probably about 6. A part of the Ordo Desolatus, a order on Holy Terra, shrouded in mystery. Once under the control of Malkador the Sigillite, who was the right hand of the God King Emperor. It is now the 41st millennia. Malkador has since died with the wars from Horus during the Horus Heresy. Spoilers. And everything's pretty much in disarray. The Inquisition still
Don't eat
is
that.
pursuing demons and the benefit of mankind, as well as the Adeptus Astartes, who have been scattered amongst the Imperium. We set the scene. You all coming to a familiar building, the Library of the Inquisition. You see now almost empty. Books normally tightly organized, now scattered along the shelves and along the floors around you. Broken servitors lay in the corners, rotting and rusting away. What once was a place full of life and excitement, of knowledge, has become cold, lifeless, a husk of broken men and women still fighting beyond their limits. Ask what to seek from your servitors. What do you wish to do?
What's the context for the situation for our team being here, I guess?
You normally are within the library just conducting research. Most of the Inquisition stays here in waiting for a mission. You are normally set in the library because you have been called upon for a specific task.
Okay.
You're just waiting for a servitor to kind of come get you.
Westcott Prince, as ancient as the heresy himself. Psyker in the Inquisition.
Is being a psyker still frowned upon?
No, actually, it's not.
That's
So,
right. That's right. All of you who shunned me in the beginning.
Just talking to dead servitors.
There's a few Inquisitors
I'm
around,
psychic.
but they're like
You never said
they're
before.
either like hands, like they're just face palming really hard, like they're very stressed out. Like the tension in the library is like you can taste it. It's palpable.
Do they still obey commands?
All the Inquisitors?
All the servitors.
Yes.
I don't like pulp.
I'm gonna just go up to each one and inquisitate on what, like to find books on the most recent sort of happenings of demons. Because my main bread and butter, would the party sort of would we have traveled enough for them to know what I'm about?
Yeah.
I have a bunch of demons chained to me, pretty much.
He's
It's very hard to summon,
You're
but,
Iskandar.
huh?
You're Ishkandar.
Ishkandar. That's my thing. I like playing with them. They did something bad to me, and I'm out to get as many as I can. And so I'm usually always searching for the names of demons because that's like the fundamental way in which I capture them and bend them to my will. But also just trying to find out what the sort of like what the new gossip is for demons. You know what I mean? Like, what's the refrigerator talk about demons right now?
The refrigerator.
Is it
The
refrigerator?
water cooler?
The water cooler talk.
Yes.
The Fidgeator talks.
Go ahead and roll.
Go, servitors. Find my knowledge for me.
Roll a d20 and add your either your intelligence or your wisdom plus proficiency.
Wisdom plus proficiency.
I
you
still
say.
really don't know what rummy is, though.
We can.
Well, we did like half the character intros and we stopped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like you say you're a psyker, but that's not a class.
We're operating within the Warhammer world right now. So just for some people, we're using 5th edition to facilitate a Warhammer game. There is a Warhammer board game out there, but 5th edition works for our purposes. So we're going to
Bend 5th edition to our will.
I'm a warlock, with in fantasy terms, but I'm a psyker in Warhammer terms. So I use the dark magics
Of the warp.
May I do something as well?
Wait, which rummy?
Yeah.
Can I go up to one of them? And I'm gonna be
Servitor?
like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, my stats are shitty.
What is rummy?
I'll wait till it's done.
I'm sorry. I got a 21.
21?
Yeah, 17
shit.
plus 4.
So a servitor goes off to fetch your
That's right.
scrolls. Kat, what do you want to do? Luna.
I would like to go up to one of them and be like, "Hi, can I please have my next mission or the next name of my victim?"
It stares at you with just lifelessness and kind of just continues on its way.
She doesn't know that they can't really
your
use
I'm
their
just
brain.
gonna turn like evil and be like, "Baka."
Your servitor comes back and goes, Inquisitors, please follow me. Samuel the Slayer. Samuel the Sayer. We'll see you now.
Just trying
Foreshadowing.
to decide whether or not to be afraid.
Could we turn the music down just a little bit?
Oh, yeah? Is that what you want?
Have you ever lived inside of the
Just a
Warhammer
little
universe? All of the power suits and power armors are playing fucking death tunes.
It's so distracting. Maybe I'm the only one here, but no, it doesn't have to go down all the way. But
No, we'll turn it off.
All right. Where we at? Where we at here?
Do you want to slay demons or don't you?
As you are walking through the library, you notice a barren place before you. You all kind of reminisce, have a flashback of what it was like in the glory days, the golden age. Inquisitors walking around, smoking and joking, if you will, sharing past experiences, shared experiences,
Bad for you.
only to come back to the cold emptiness that is what is now. Everyone enters a brightly lit room filled with bookshelves of ancient texts chained to one another, scrolls spilling off the desks, the shelves around you. The floor is completely cluttered of old texts. You see two robed dark acolytes surrounding a massive center dais covered in purity scrolls and different illuminated screens with texts streaming across. I sent you all a picture.
I hiss at the purity scrolls.
Where's this?
Whoa!
Oh, there we go.
You see before you Samuel the Sayer. He approaches you from the back of the room, two towering flame pillars coming out of his pauldron, ancient texts carved into his royal armor. And he looks at you all.
Does he say something?
He will say something. The acolyte to his left
my favorite
announces your arrival. Samuel looks over all of you, and he gestures his hand down to a very large figure in yellow armor.
Oh.
He introduces First Captain Valentine Cross of the Imperial Fists. He says to all of you, "Welcome. There is little time. You will join First Captain Valentine of the Imperial Fist to Segmentum Obscurus, Cemetery Planet, Certus Minor.
That sounds like fun.
The Sisters of Battle are calling for aid, and both Astartes and Inquisition are to be that aid. Their astral paths are picking up a large entity in a direct path for this planet. Normally, this matter would not be helped due to pressing issues beyond this. But over the course of a few months, planets have gone off the charts. Comms have not reached back. Westcott, you just asked for that information. I am now giving you this information. There has been
Toss
Billion.
a coin to my servitor.
And we're done. Thanks for watching.
Just slaps him on the back and slides down.
He says, the only thing we've ever gotten back from these planets were images of billions of bodies, skulls stacked like mountains. That is the only thing. The next planet we have in line is Certus Minor. So we are sending a small unit, you, out to investigate.
Who are you calling small?
You are to depart immediately. Suddenly, the entire room starts to glow brighter and brighter. A servitor announces, teleportation to Nocturnal Embrace in 3, 2, one flash. A white light hits you all, and then you all appear on the quarterdeck of a familiar ship, the Nocturnal Embrace. All the crew surrounds you, standing at attention. You all flash back and remember what once was Captain Regulus Notaros at the helm. No longer. What remains is a husk of a man, a servitor with 2 data plates, requesting where to go. Over the comms, you hear a familiar voice, Navigator Nostramus. A new navigator for this ship, as the previous one was mind-flayed. You all wait on the command deck with Captain Valentine. He finally greets you warm and
Is Valentine he's in Astartes?
Yeah. Let me send you a picture.
Super armored bro.
I didn't know we were doing a Valentine's Day.
You're welcome.
How apropos.
That is Captain Valentine.
I prefer Captain Valentina's
Valentina's?
rather than Sriracha.
He just goes, "Well, we'll be making a quick stop to my flagship, Glory of Dawn, before we make way. I will be giving you a squad. I myself have to deal with more pressing matters beyond your concern. Any questions before we depart?"
Is there anybody else on the ship that we should be aware of? Like, are we?
Do we have our own quarters?
You all have your own quarters. Pretty much everything is the same. So you all have your own rooms. You all have your own battle stations to gear up with whatever weapons you want to bring. The only thing that has changed on the ship is the crew is entirely servitors, other than your navigator. Due to it being the 41st millennium, most have died and or fallen to chaos.
Less human minds to fall prey to demon tricks. Shame.
Other questions?
What do you gotta do at Dorn's
Glory of Dawn.
Glory of...
Well,
that doesn't exist, so...
does it?
Well, no, I'm saying Dorn having glory doesn't exist.
Everything exists. Well, we'll be picking up your squad. Sergeant Hollins is known in the Legion as a marked one, but he will be joining you.
What does marked one mean?
So he has disobeyed orders in the past, but has achieved his mission.
Sergeant
Hollin. Hollin.
I put a D before you stopped at N, so...
Normally, this is punishable death, disobeying of orders, but he gets the damn mission done, so we keep him fighting in the arena to keep his honor.
What did he do that wasn't, super great?
He told him to hold a planet, and he killed it.
Well, so long as he...
Said it was falling to chaos!
Can we all talk like this? I'm just gonna continue.
This is the Warhammer universe. It's a prerequisite to exist here.
I'm gonna clear my throat to do that.
As a child, your diaphragm goes through a lot of, shit.
What a shame. No, I can't do it.
That was good.
Ooh. Just think Batman.
I need to stop fiddling with this damn Gundam pen.
So
will he be on the planet with us?
he will, as well as his squad of about 3 others. There is on the planet 3 Sisters of Battle of command,
yes.
and I have supplied 1 more that you'll meet on the ground.
Sister of Battle.
No, Imperial
Oh,
Fist, first chosen.
I don't care about that.
Can I ask him, will there be any Sisters of Silence with us?
No, I'm sorry, Inquisitor. There will be none.
Thank goodness. They should all perish.
I ignore that.
Have anything to say
Walk
about
away
it?
from him.
Cool.
None. Because they kind of look like nuns.
Cool. Valentine goes, they know me, don't tell me anything beyond what I need to know. And anything I know now is probably beyond your knowing.
We know the protocol. Don't I look old as shit? I know how this goes.
Yes, Inquisitor. I know how old you are.
Well, when's his birthday?
September.
Oh.
We do only have 8 months and 8 days in the Warhammer world, so it's 1 in 8 chance you'll get it.
So, Nostramus comes over the Vox. Inquisitors, we are ready to depart at any moment.
Oh.
Nope, no, try again.
That is all. Boop. Yeah.
As a navigator, that's Nostramus.
Yeah.
Send that one to my quarters.
Do my quarters still have feeding tubes?
I always wonder what they eat in the Warhammer
They
world.
do eat from tubes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Like
in their
just
armor.
sludge.
It's just sludge. Yeah.
It's like a gerbil.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just gonna move on.
Nutrients.
When the water runs out, they're just in their armor scratching like for like someone to come fill it up.
Scratching on themselves. So Nostramus comes over the box. All right, hold on. As you
Valentine, I don't like him. Not one bit.
He sounds shady.
He sounds like he's got the taint of warp in his pussy lungs.
right.
Did you
As
Give him a
you
shot.
what? A taint of warmth?
Warp.
Warp.
Oh.
warp.
It's, imagine it being the darkening from the Dark
Oh,
Crystal.
I see.
Yeah.
Warp. Time warp.
Isn't it fun?
That's
No. So the jump through warp space is rough. The storms are raging around the Imperium more than ever. Every fiber within the ship feels like it's going to collapse around you, allowing the horrors of the warp to consume every ounce of your being. For what seems like only seconds, your journey has taken you from the holy planet of Terra to the Gothic sector of Segmentum Obscurus. A short jump from your final destination. Captain Valentine walks out to the front of the ship, looking out the window to the glory of Dorne. You can all see that he has like a bit of pride in his eye. You can swear that you caught just a little bit of a smile on that very battle-torn face.
Does he look old?
Yeah, he's ancient, just like you guys are. He's been a fucking round.
How old are we?
Stop giving.
You guys are around like 10,000 years old. You guys are really old. You have no idea how it is possible, but you...
But we're humans?
Yeah, you are humans.
My knees just started to crack when I get up
Yeah.
from seating position.
You can only
Feeling pretty good.
I see.
think
So we
that
look
it has
really
something to
old.
do with Malkador.
But birthdays are still important.
Yes, they are. You gotta have something to look forward to.
You hear First Captain Valentine on approach with Ordo Desolatus. Prepare the flight deck for arrival. Everyone hears a click in response. Valentine walks back over to you guys. He goes, I'll meet you in the hangar, ready to go. Prepare yourselves. I do need to leave within the hour, so time is of the essence.
We're coming too.
If you don't need to make preparations, then we should head to the hangar.
Hang to the hanger.
The head to the hangar.
Actually, can I go back to my quarters and
Watch.
do some?
Oh.
Yeah, you guys are all free to go prepare what you need. And Valentine will meet you in the hangar.
I want to make some prayer scrolls for my armor
Go for it.
and some purity seals.
Go for it. So you were making some purity seals.
Keep the demons at bay. And some, like, what do you call it? Some oaths as well.
May I join your crafting circle?
No.
Crafting circle.
No.
Boy.
You can join my craft time.
Let's go.
And then we have like a really kawaii crafting montage of like
It's gonna be a
deadly
montage.
chaos scrolls.
Speeder's
I'll-
over
I'll
there
join
like praying.
I'm just like, and then like this paper mache monster will come to life and start like destroying your crafts.
I am doing mine in my room by myself.
You can't join. You can't sit
Fine.
with us.
Well, after we're done, at craft off. See whose scrolls are better.
Ah, yes, tradition in the Warhammer universe. I'll get the purple bunnies.
I brought
All right, as you make your final preparations and make your way towards the hangar, you see Captain Valentine standing still as a statue, looking into the emptiness of space out the hangar. Your ship, the Shadow Dagger, if you remember. Anybody? Shadow Dagger? Nobody?
Shadow Dagger?
Shadow Dagger.
Hold on, I should have notes.
Wait, you put that in this campaign?
Yeah.
Show. I can't control
I did.
F written.
I know, you're surprised.
I got Blaze. He was looking at me like, how do you know what the Shadow Dagger is?
No,
Hi.
it's not what that look was.
Nope.
You got me. I've got a lot of memories in
There
this
it is, the
10,000-year-old
Shadow
brain.
Dagger.
It's not.
As
what I
you
was
Is it Thunderhawk?
expecting.
Huh?
Is it Thunderhawk?
I was picturing a
Why don't
shadowy
you just call it
dagger.
Thunderhawk?
Because its name is Shadow Dagger. Anyways,
Names are important.
as you make your way onto the Shadow Dagger, you have two servitors on both sides of the entrance, and they just blurt out some machine code. Nobody understands it, but you can only assume that it's good luck. As you exit the Nocturnal Embrace into the nothingness of space, Remy, I want you to make a perception check. Perception roll. What's so funny, Magnus?
I just imagine not getting on the Thunderhawk and just walking out into the coldness of space.
What'd you roll?
10,000 years old. And you
24?
somehow
Twenty-
Oh
Wow.
shit, that's what
Um,
space is.
So you all are on the Shadow Dagger. Rummy sees in the back of the ship, off in the shadows, a shadow translucent figures leaning against the wall very casually, arms crossed, just watching you. What do you do?
I see a shadow. It's just a
You
shadow.
see like a shadowy human just kind of just chilling, arms crossed, just watching you guys, not really doing anything.
I secretly turn to the servitor and like, is a servitor is there a servitor in that?
Yeah, there's a
Thunderhawk?
servitor in the wall.
This one that's like, servitor, who is the gentleman? And is he like 3 seats down from me, or how far is he from me? Like,
He's like on the what is the little fucking the lift, the ramp.
who is that individual on the ramp there? Is he part of this escapade, or is he just what?
Inquisitor, only you and the fellow Inquisition and Captain Valentine are on the Shadow Dagger.
So you don't see the individual over sitting on the lift.
Negative.
My eyes are sewn shut.
Well, then I go. I guess I turn to everybody and it's like, there we have an intruder on board. There's a shadowy figure over by the lift.
As you all look to the back of the ship, nothing.
Not even
Remy,
me,
you
I
don't-
know demon stuff.
Remy, you don't see anything anymore.
Well, he is gone.
I like sweep.
Emperor be praised.
Whoop! Make an attack roll.
Emperor be praised. I mean,
Ooh.
I'm gonna try and like tap into some of the power of the warp.
9.
9. You try to leg sweep one of the servitors walking, and you just really hurt your shin. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Just like a metal pogo stick
Yeah.
attached to their
Wow.
flesh.
Are they the floating skulls, or are they like walking ones?
You have two
Just top
ones that are
mechanically
pretty much
looks down
inside
at
the
you.
walls. One in the front of the ship, one in the back of the ship. You have one walking
Ow.
and two heads that are kind of locked in position right now. They're not needed. They're mainly for repairs on the outside of the ship. But you have
Could I? Well, no, I'm not gonna. What do you call it? Like requisition one of them? Like, that one comes with us on this journey when we go down, type deal.
Acknowledge.
Good.
Ever since, so I would say that I definitely trust Rashaveric. After being on so many sort of like
I
games with him.
don't trust you because every time we go anywhere, you're always just.
It's a good.
Not Warhammer. You're just the warp. Those are all banned. And you're gonna get. And what happens? We almost die.
That's productive for us being team. I trust you anyway, and I would go, or I would just try and be sensitive. Can I like sort of extend my warp sense to see if I can sense anything outside of my sort of like physical perceptions?
Yeah, roll a perception check. We'll say at advantage.
14 and a 9. Perceptive.
Computer's ramping up. Hack the mainframe.
What is the Nocturnal's Embrace? It's like a warship
15.
or what?
It's a travel ship. Just a. It's got a couple guns on it. What'd you roll?
15.
15. You sense a few blips coming from the glory of Dorn, but that's about it.
All right.
As you enter the glory of Dorn, you enter into the hangar. You are greeted by 300 Imperial fists lined up side to sides, all standing like statues. Around them, you see different humans, servitors, going to work on all of the warships, preparing ammo. They're fixing ships. You hear some humans yelling, "Hey, give me that fucking 40 mag line, damn it!" And you hear the other one across the way, "Gamma 21, grab that gas line, bring it here. What are you doing?" They're all that sound exactly the same because they're all twins. The same. Your Shadow Dagger ramp, real slow. They really love that slow ramp. Gotta love that slow ramp. Valentine is the first one out of the Shadow Dagger. You see all in unison, 300 Imperial fists salute. No one says a word. Everybody goes dead silent. The entire hangar, still in activity, seems to be dead quiet as Valentine once again graces his ship with his presence. He goes.
Wait, he's the commander of the.
Yeah, he is the. This is his ship. Everybody in here is under his command.
Oh shit.
He turns to all of you and says, "They're in the arena right now, so we'll make our way over there and we'll meet Holland. You can judge him from your perspective on how you think he is in combat." Man, everybody's going Southern. He was supposed to be Scottish.
It's not too late.
Not too
I
late.
can sense the Scottish in your genes.
He could be. Everybody go. It's like everybody goes Russian for you. Everybody goes Southern for me.
It's been a while since I brought a Russian into the game.
Been a while.
Boris.
So as you're making your way through these massive hallways that only you can see like a Titan walking through, this ship is huge. You enter in this massive room. Let me send it to you. I'm gonna send it.
We're like... Oh, man, now I'm doing Southern.
Well, you're welcome.
Never mind.
It's gonna be Southern all day for you.
All I have to do is say, Khaleesi, to get back on track.
You all enter this huge theater-style room sloping down to a massive arena. Hundreds of Astartes surrounding the already ongoing battle between two Astartes, one towering over the other, both out of combat gear. The only thing they wield is a disabled chainsword. Valentine turns to you both and goes, "Well, don't worry. They're only numbing toxin on them blades, so they won't kill one another. Enjoy the fight." As you guys
Shame.
walk around, joining in the crowd. You see before you 2 Astartes clashing blows back and forth, sparks flying across their bodies. The towering battle brother pushes back what you can only assume is Holland and prepares a massive 2-handed over-the-head blow. Holland strikes true on his brother's stomach, charging forward, only to be laughed at as the towering, hulking figure is unaffected by this numbing poison. A loud roar from the crowd of boos after the failed attempt at Holland's strike. The battle brother, with his hulking figure, leaps onto Holland, throwing his sword to the side, bashing in his face what you can only think are just 2 huge boulders, but they're actually just his fists, just going to town on Holland's face. Through the split second, it stops. He looks up. Holland instantly takes advantage of the situation, pushing off this towering battle brother, leaping forward with a cacophony of just flurry of blows, numbing every single part of this figure's entire body. Numbed. Out of the fight, the crowd stops. Dead silence in the room. Valentine goes, "Well, you have won once again, Holland, and claimed your honor, whatever that means to you. Get your armor on. Gather your squad. You leave within the hour with the Inquisitors." Holland salutes his captain. The crowd roars and boos. Nobody likes Holland, it seems. That's what you gather. But he makes his way off into the ship to get ready. Valentine turns to you all and goes, "Holland and his squad will meet you in the hangar. I have to take care of pressing matters at hand. I will be leaving you now." Turns. A couple servitors come behind him with data plates. A couple servitor heads are just listing all just text on screens as he fades off down the hallway into the blackness. This towering figure, which you saw as like a shining light as a human being, is completely gone. A servitor comes to you, says, "Inquisitors, please follow." Do you follow?
Thanks for the show. After you.
We follow.
Very well.
You all make your way back to the hangar. Now, surprisingly cleared out of Astartes, but the helping hand is now doubled. So there's way more servitors and there's way more humans than than before. And they're all doing the same old thing. "Alpha 1-2, you better get that gas over here. This shit's about to go out, damn it. Better catch a ride on the scooter, man." I gotta do it. Sorry. You were all sitting in the hangar. You were waiting for Holland and his squad. Is there anything you wish to do?
Is this like an arming hangar?
Yep.
Can I check to see if there's any like I don't know, like loose relics or items or weapons or things?
Relics or
You know,
I mean,
there's an arming chamber. Like maybe there's an open locker.
You see racks of bolters along the wall, and you see a whole bunch of chain axes, chain blades. You see like what the normal Astartes armory is. You see it just along the walls. Nothing special. Those relics are normally kept within the ship's vaults, you know of, and you don't have access.
What's like the history of the Iron Hands?
Imperial Fist?
Imperial Fist. I always get those two confused. With sort of like demonhood, and whether like are they susceptible? Or are they historically not susceptible?
They're not susceptible at all. You remember way back in the day. Actually, roll a history check.
Wiggy wow!
Can I look for a bolt pistol?
Not very good.
Yeah, go for it.
3. Not 3.
3?
4.
4?
Yeah. Not
Things are a little bit hazy, but you are pretty confident that the Imperial Fist never fell to any amount of chaos, and it's on like a poster board in the library.
just sneer at it.
Yeah. Go for it. Went all over the place.
Where did, oh. Do I add anything to that?
Yes. You're gonna do investigation.
So that's 16 plus.
Yeah, you don't.
5.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you find a whole rack of bolter pistols.
I just want to take one, check it over, like do like a functions check, and then like place it on my shoulder, like where like my shield's in this hand, but I place the bolter pistol like right there.
Okay. A couple humans. They see you and just don't really care. They kind of just like they whisper in a servitor's ear, and servitor goes off, comes back with another bolter pistol, replaces the one on the rack.
Do they are the Iron Fists so insusceptible? Imperial Fist, sorry. So susceptible or insusceptible to the touch of chaos that like they wouldn't even have warding, like symbols and litanies.
Yeah, they have purity seals.
I'll just take a few, and I'll just like, can I to like hand out to my own teammates?
Like, I won't be needing this, but if shit goes south, you might. I'll just be, like, one for you, one for you, one for you.
What is this?
It's a purity seal. I think it'll maybe give you some advantage towards the influence of chaos.
We were all making our own purity seals.
Well, here's another one. Here's one from the Imperial Fist, the ones who've never been tainted by
I'm
chaos.
gonna look at my own and be like, this one goes here. All right, thank you.
and I like
that. Nice. Good stamp.
try and find an open space on
Calligraphy.
other
skills.
paladins, which I guess is now a dumb thing that I brought this up.
That note.
All right, so you all are just hanging back. What are you doing?
What do I add for a bolt pistol? I don't know what that would be.
A bolt pistol is, I wrote it down. Where you at?
Can I?
It's 2d6.
3d6.
Sir.
Oh wait.
It's 2d6 plus either your dex, your strength, and your proficiency. Either one.
2d6.
Sir.
Can I do one of those like and like think back to the fight and try to like play it back in my mind? This is the fight with Holland, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, like do some mental analytics to see what the battle brother may have like stopped. Like why he may have stopped.
Mm-hmm. Roll a I'll say just a history. But roll it at advantage.
Mm. Natural 20.
Natural 20. So the battle brother, he locked eyes with First Captain Valentine, and was just like taken back. Like his breath was like, my captain's finally back. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. First Captain Valentine is very highly regarded within his men. Like he is like saved pretty much every single one of them on the battlefield.
It's like the Dante of the Imperial Fist.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where was I? All right, so Holland arrives in full combat armor. You see to his left and right 3 others, a part of his squad. I will send you a picture of the squad.
And your eyes just like burst.
That's an Imperial Fist.
Mm-hmm. Versus some orcs. But that's Sergeant Holland on the front.
Oh.
He has 1 apothecary with him and 2 other battle brother Imperial fists. Oh no, my clothes. What? My clothes. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I close out all of my tabs for some reason.
Noob.
Why did that happen?
It's been like 9,000 years. You should be able to forgive me for my sins before. I was new to the Inquisition and zealous.
Every adventure we have been on, you have always nearly killed me. Every single time.
It was your own fault.
No, it was literally you.
You were the one about to
talking about
die,
forbidden
not
things.
me.
It sounds like Khaleesi this time. Or wait, not Khaleesi. Sure. What's his name?
What?
Westcott? Prince?
Westcott is modeled after.
Oh, I don't know his name.
don't
I
know
barely
either.
watched that show.
I just know it's-
So
Yeah.
Holland goes, Inquisitors, shall we make for Citrus Minor now? We will be meeting additional forces on the ground, I am told. What they may be, I have not the slightest idea. I am told there is something coming to this planet. Anyone know anything different?
No, I dare say I don't.
After watching your fight, it's apparent we're in good company. We haven't lived this long and to die here, so I think you're in good company too. Whatever we find down there, we will extinguish in the light of the Emperor. We'll be aflame once more.
We'll be sending them a Valentine.
I think he'll be
That-
staying on the deck of the ship.
He makes
don't need him.
the sign of Aquila but says nothing. Remy, make a perception check.
It is Rasha Varric.
He's not coming with us?
9.
9?
Sergeant Holland is
Um,
coming with us.
You get you get a feeling that a familiar feeling, like somebody's just watching somewhere. That's pretty much it. You all make your way back onto the Shadow Dagger, now with your fellow Imperial Fist Astartes brethren. Yes?
Can I turn my scanners on my suit like all the way up?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
they don't pick up anything.
Yeah.
Other than normal activity.
I want to keep them that way. Yeah, so that's
Okay.
I think while on the Imperial Fist capital ship, I would sort of not care as much about the sensitivity towards demon and the warp because they are boringly, unsusceptible to it. But as soon as we get onto the Thunderhawk, I would sort of like push out my perceptions again and try and ever since Rasha Varric mentioned it, I've just sort of have a sort of bad feeling.
Okay.
If I can't sense something that's there, it's
I don't like it.
All right, go ahead and make that dang old check.
it left the thing. Not good. Probably less than 8.
Less than 8. Same thing pops up. Just blips within the ship now. And then you get one blip from your ship.
The one that we're going to?
Yep. You can only assume that it's your navigator.
Does this every time.
Hmm.
Navigator, demon.
All right. So, you all make your way onto the Shadow Dagger, exiting the glory of Dorne, only to head out back into the nothingness of space, back to the Nocturnal Embrace. You are greeted by your 2 servitors who blurt out more machine code. No idea what that means. You can only assume that means welcome back. Everybody exits the Shadow Dagger. You all make your way to the command deck once again. The servitor with the 2 data plates is kind of just standing there, waiting for any input. And you hear over the Vox, your navigator, Inquisitors, our destination is already preset. Just give me the word, and we will go. Oh, it'll be delightful. Cuts the box.
I've never known a navigator to be so flamboyant. Normally they're like tortured souls. The warp poisoning their brain until they die. I wonder what's up with this one.
So, if you all are ready, just give him the command.
I'm ready up.
Is his name Hisoka?
No. No.
Open sesame.
Instantly, you guys are jumped into the warp. Cut scene goes to Navigator Nostramus in his room going, ah! 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 Anyways, cuts back to you guys.
I'll go up to whatever is like the closest window and just like put my hand against it and try and like catch whatever I can from the demon faces. Like I'll try and memorize all of the faces that sort of press themselves against the glass as we're going through.
All right, another mind-bending jump through warp space. This ship's screaming back into real space directly in front of Certus Minor. You can only assume you're this close to the planet because of how good your navigator really is. The ship, the planet before you, let me send it to you. Get out of here. Get up out of here.
Certus Minor.
Certus Minor is a major planet within the system. Its atmosphere is completely purple and pink. Nothing's really known about this planet other than that it is a cemetery planet filled with heroes of the past. Servitor comes over the Vox. Inquisitors, Shadow Dagger ready to depart anytime. Cuts Vox.
I'll go over to Captain Valentine.
Who?
Valentine.
He's
Captain.
not with you anymore. It's just Sergeant Hollins now.
Oh, he stayed on the.
He told you he had no pressing matters to go to. It's just these four.
More pressing than Certus Minor?
Yeah, if you remember Samuel the Sayer saying this is kind of like nothing they would ever answer, but since trends in the past, they've now decided that it is worth sending some aid to kind of figure it out or deal with it.
Okay, I'll go up to Holland like on our way there, so we're using transit time for the conversation, and I'll just ask like,
So, why did you do it? Why did you forsake the ideals of the Imperium for a goal you thought higher?
I never have. My life is only for the Emperor.
Your Legion tends to disagree.
The Emperor protects.
can I do it like an insight check to see if I can like?
Yeah.
Because like we're the Inquisition, we do shit that's dark, but whoopsies, but necessary. All.
Can you figure it out?
God damn it! I don't think I have anything for this.
You're asking an Astartes if he's for the Emperor?
Not for the Emperor, just like why did you do the thing that everybody judges you for? Why did you act against what is the common sort of philosophy or mindset?
Would you roll?
Not anything more than an 8 again.
Okay. He is telling the truth. You sense no heretical vibes from him, no taint of chaos, nothing, just pure soul.
It's good to be with somebody who's willing to do what it takes to get the job done for the sake of the Imperium.
And I'll do the
Sign of Aquila. Yeah, he makes it back in, but doesn't say anything, just nods.
So who's your favorite warp god then?
Slitnash. I mean, what?
Zeech is the right answer.
I'll catch you one day. As soon as you trip up.
So, you all make your way to the Shadow Dagger. Again, those same two servitors just staring at you, very cold and lifeless. Just blurt out some more machine code.
Is it the same exact ones?
Yeah.
I'm going to extend out my mind to try and touch them to see if I can sense,
Do that touching. Touch him.
8.
8? Oh, you touch him with your mind, and you sense nothing.
That's a 20.
I rolled this though.
Yeah. That one.
Maybe if you rolled a 9, you would have got a little bit more. So making your way onto the Shadow Dagger, you exit the Nocturnal Embrace, making your way to planet side. A strange purple glow surrounding this massive orb. Storms seen off in the distance. The descent is smooth. Breaking into the atmosphere, you are seeing just miles and miles of different sizes of tombs and structures, statues dedicated to heroes fallen past. And you see in the middle of all of these tombs is this huge fortress. It has 4 main towers on each corner. Just picture a normal castle, but it has 4 huge towers on the corners with massive artillery weapons. There is 1 bridge leading into... Did you turn off the mic when you
No,
do
I
that?
didn't. No.
I usually turn off the mic when I do that.
You're more used to using these than I am, and
That's
smarter
true.
in every way.
You see 1 bridge coming from the north side of the fortress. Extends for probably about like a quarter mile. It's a good amount. Within that quarter mile is a massive trench that seems bottomless.
Under the quarter mile, you mean?
Yes,
Under the bridge?
surrounding
Okay.
the fortress itself. You see, standing near the landing pad, 3 Sisters of Battle. As the Shadow Dagger slowly makes its descent, blowing all types of dust and debris, throwing small rocks off to the side. You see the Sisters of Battle just standing there, taking it. Only thing moving on their armor and their person is their hair and purity seals. You make your land smooth as ever, thanks to the expert piloting of your servitor drivers. Please tip them well. We can...
So can I hop off the ship and bring one of the servitors I took them with me?
Yep.
And ask one of the Sisters of Battle, like, what's this? What is this sit rep? Tell me the situation we have here.
Well, before you do all that, so we just landed on the planet. We can either take a break, come back, or we can kind of stop here. As you exit the Shadow Dagger, the Sister of Battle approaches you. Well, about time someone comes to our call for aid. This planet holds the remains of our heroes whose deeds outweigh the most of those cowards hiding in their towers on Terra. I will not have our history be lost to these heretic scum. I am Sister of Battle, Kira.
Again, Kira, what is the sit rep? Can you explain a little bit of the situation instead of just berating me?
Berating you. This is Sister of Battle, Kira. You all notice that there are 2 additional Sisters of Battle to her left and right.
What is the reporting structure here? Are we in charge? Is Holland in charge?
You are Inquisition. You are in charge for the immediate moment.
Okay. What are the Sisters of Battle known for outside of just battle?
That's pretty much about it. They're known for being expert warriors. Not really politicians or anything. Hey, no. Pretty much about it. They have no special. They're not Sisters of Silence. They're sent out sometimes with Astartes, but typically have been defensive measures.
All right.
What did you say? What do you want?
Oh, it's top down to have that servitor follow me out of the Thunderhawk and just be like, oh, Sister Kira, what is this sit rep? You said your treasure will be lost. Why? How? What foul machinations?
Our astropaths picked up something heading our way, and then instantly had their minds fried. So we're little in the unknown.
Warp
But
taint, you suspect?
yes, of course. What else would be out here? You all know that you are very close to the Eye of
Xenos,
Terra. Or the Eye of Terror.
Ah, well, I forgot the Eye of Terror was so close, yes.
Yeah.
Demons.
Remy, go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm gonna have like a constant, like, sensitivity to the warp as I go to try and see if like, just sense any.
15.
All right, 15. Keep going.
Just sense any like inconsistencies, any weird feelings. Just like I'm gonna have a like a passive like squinting my warp eyes and like.
You are sensing a lot. You were almost overloaded with psychic power that is surrounding this planet. It's every single direction. You can't get a grasp on what, how many, anything. It's just all around you.
Okay.
Rummy, you see behind Kira as she's just rambling on about the cowards sitting on Terra. Again, this black translucent shadow just leaning on a pillar, just watching all of you, not doing anything, arms crossed.
As she's doing that, since I have the server with me, I just want her to just like tap the server and have it like just scan that direction, just to see if like are my eyes fooling me or is this just what just like point all of my sensors towards that being like but just in a nonchalant way.
Sensor picks up nothing. You can see that everything, all the like particles that are still in the air from when you guys descended in Shadow Dagger, just passing straight through him like he never even existed in the first place.
At that point, I put my hand on one of my purity seals and was like, by the Emperor, it's chaos. The taint of chaos is everywhere. And I pull my sword out, just be like, we are ready.
So Holland speaks up. He's like, "What do we need to do? What preparations need to be made or have been made? What is coming? How many? Sister, you have to give us knowledge." Kira stops, stares at Holland, kind of with like a cocky smirk. "Well, all precautions have been taken. The walls are ready to be held out against anything that comes our way. For a time. We are limited on ammo and supplies, thanks to Terra. But we have made do with what we have."
Terra sent us. You're good on supplies.
And she kind of just like rolls her eyes a little bit.
Yeah, can I like tap on the server thing again and just are there weapons in our Thunderhawk?
Yeah.
Could I have them like boop, go get some like some supplies for them like boop, and have them like bring it down and.
Yeah, I mean you only have like your basic supplies. Like
Yeah, just as much supplies as
yeah, they have that.
need. Yeah. We could all use
What it
more
was in
bullets.
regards to was like the cannons, the main primary cannons.
Okay.
She goes, "As to what is coming, no clue. But from the images sent from our scouts, I can say it is," and he looks to Holland, "your fallen brethren." One of the other Astartes from the back, Reggie, says, "They're not our brothers anymore. Hush your tongue. With such heretical speak or die where you stand." Holland instantly raises his hand up, and Reggie makes himself like a statue once again. And says, looking at you all, "Where do you want us?" So you have options. You have the 4 towers, which each have a cannon, which you can control. There's the bridge leading from the north side out into the nothingness, and then you have the fort walls. You have 4 Astartes at your side, and then from the fortress itself, you hear loud crashes. The ground begins to shake as Kira goes, Oh, and that one has been annoying me the entire time. You see coming out from the fortress itself a massive behemoth of a tank, of a machine. Holland goes, well, I will be damned. First chosen, Frost Sorrow, Dreadnought.
Frost Sorrow
Yeah, Frost Sorrow.
is in this campaign.
Yeah, he's in this campaign too.
God damn.
Who else will you meet that has also been in all their campaigns? We will have to see.
So he's coming. Is he like crossing the bridge? Are we on the other side, in the nothingness of the bridge, or are we inside of the gates?
You are in the fortress right now, still next to the hangar. You're basically in a courtyard.
Okay, and the 4 towers, are they along the length of the wall? Yeah, left. There's some markers if you need them. Oh. Oh. Oh, no, yeah, take all our drinks.
Those are the 4 towers.
Just a slight bit amount of more context as to where these are. You said that there's a wall and there's also a bridge into nothingness that leads to nothingness. Is it like the 4 towers are inside of the wall, holding up a structure?
So they are. So essentially, the wall is coming behind them. So so landing pad. We'll say there. Drawing. Where am I? Cranium shot. Yeah.
Very light.
There we go.
And we landed in the center on that blue
you guys
thing.
are all right here. Where's the ship? Where's Nahalis' eye?
Probably in the box up there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Use a candle.
There you go. That's the shadow dagger, and then
And the
What do you
bridge
say?
extends in what direction?
this way.
Aha. Okay, so this is just one fortress. There's no separate wall. It's just a wall between each tower.
Yep.
Okay,
You
how
have-
high are the towers?
The towers are probably about 50 feet up, and then the cannon itself extends probably another 30 to 40 feet.
Sister Kira, do we have a known direction that they may come from?
Well, if I knew that, I would tell you instantly, but I don't. They're coming.
Are the-
Somebody.
Are the towers connected via like pathways at the top?
So basically picture like you have like wall extending still right here on the corner,
Mhm.
and you have like a doorway pretty much
Mhm.
going straight and then up. Like they are attached to the inner fortress itself. The walls itself are just set more.
And where are the relics? What are we protecting?
Bodies. Glorious bodies.
Effectively already forfeit.
I don't follow.
What do you mean?
The relics are bodies.
Their
Yes.
ancient history of
Ancient history.
of
Yes, exactly.
sisters are buried here.
Look, I had to explain this 1,000 times to whoever was in charge of aid there. But these are the past. They are what links us to the Golden Age. These heroes must be preserved.
Imagine if one of the Chaos Lords got their hands on a planet's worth of, skulls and bones. Be a hell of a skull throne.
It's holy skulls and bones would be a problem. Defiled, they can make powerful weapons.
Then I will say,
If anybody has any better ideas, I'm all ears. But I would say the Dreadnought guards the bridge. Frost Sorrow. Holland and his group take up positions on each tower. The Sisters of Battle support them. And we take our own respective tower as well. As soon as the focus of battle becomes apparent, we all shift to support whatever front is being attacked the most.
Kira looks at you strangely and goes, "Oh, I won't be helping in the battle. I will be protecting the main remains in this fortress. That is where I remain, with my sisters of battle. I'm not going to apologize, Inquisitor. This is just my duty."
Is your duty not to protect?
I am to protect, yes. And I will be doing such things in the fortress. There is one hero that stands amongst all of these, who is underneath us right now. Cannot tell you what he is or where he did, but he will be protected at all costs.
So you are not going to fight the imminent threat.
I will not, unless it comes into the tomb room.
You just said that because
She-
it sounds nice.
She's the last line of defense.
Yes, exactly.
If we perish, you will not stand a chance. But if you support us, we all might.
Well, we'll have to figure that out when we come to it, Inquisitor, but my orders are to protect, and I will do my orders. Dreadnought Frost Sorrow says, "Well, I'm gonna make my way to the bridge. You all should take the towers. My Imperial Fist should take the walls." And just turns and makes his way.
Yes, I agree with the Imperial Fist being on the walls, since they are shield people, I guess. Their tactics are very boring and shieldy.
Frost Sorrow pauses as he hears you say that. He goes, "I will hold the lines until my last breath. As the ground shakes, I will make them pay with my firepower." Slowly, he just walks away, off into the fortress to go make his stand. What do you all wish to do? You are in preparation, defense.
I will return to the Thunderhawk.
Returns to the Thunderhawk.
Well,
Fly away.
and
Fly away.
bye. No, I assume there are guns on the Firehawk.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're,
I mean,
yes.
is it game breaking to
We're-
use that?
No.
Are
Then,
we below the wall, inside the wall? So how are you gonna shoot the Thunderhawks?
You're gonna-
Fly. Pilot it. Get in and do one of these. Now we have another gun.
So you make your way inside the Shadow Dagger and see that the two servitors are welded into the seats. You can sit on their lap.
Flesh
Remember,
seats.
I did take one of them.
Yeah, you took one on the wall.
So is there an open seat?
No.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the servitors control the ship, so you have to
Oh, he said that he took one of them
from a wall.
from the wall.
The one,
Yeah.
the ones that was embedded in the wall. It
Yep.
just kind of.
These ones are in the captain's chairs. Different servitors.
Okay, I'd like to talk to them.
Okay.
To Cassio, then I will use my psychic abilities to put a shield over his mind and
Ooh.
put thought shield if he's
Thought
going to pilot the Thunderbird. I don't want him being taken over or anything. So thought shield effectively.
You weave a clouding veil over the mind of one creature you touch. For the duration, the target's mind can't be read or detected. Creatures can't telepathically communicate with this target unless the target allows it. And the target has advantage on saving throws against any effect that would determine whether or not it is telling the truth.
Oh. This feels helpful.
I also have a cantrip that is message, so I can
You can
and
you can disregard that. You all have box.
yeah.
oh. Well, I use message anyway. I don't even use my box. I know I don't use my. I
No,
don't.
you use box.
No, I
That's
talk
what message is called. It's
I
called
talk
box.
with my mind, like the 8,000 cents.
You tried this last time, and I would deny you every time.
Why?
I don't do psychic things. Remember that. I'm not. I'm lawful good.
Yeah, but I mean, like psychic things are not as they're not as unacceptable as they once were.
You're still a demon user.
Okay, we both have lived and have adventured together,
And
and
I've always said don't do that. So,
Rosh of Eric, how you doing? Which wall will you be taking?
is this through Vox or mine? Because I can't hear you if it's through mine.
it's through mine. You can hear me.
And I have purity seal.
No, I broke it.
I'm just completely ignoring you then. Just
All right, this happens every time. I should have known better.
Can I talk to the servitors?
Yep.
We are in charge, right? Okay. Listen up, servitors.
Compliance.
What's that mean?
Listen, like,
Oh.
you gave it a command. It's listening.
Your orders are, if we take attack, you are to fly up above the wall and, well, basically engage the oncoming enemy. And stand by for orders.
Compliance.
Compliance out.
Its head
Over and out.
slowly
Wow.
clicks back into place, and it's silent in the in the cockpit once again.
Stupid
That's me.
human.
They look at each other, they're
This guy. Mondays, right?
compliance out.
Yeah, they got him with the compliance.
Straw comes out of his mouth.
Activate spitball.
I
Okay,
would
sorry,
like
that's-
to
I'm
summon 8
Ooh,
demons.
8 demons. Okay. What do you need to do in order to summon these demons?
I utter foul words, summoning demons from the chaos of the warp. Roll on the following table to determine what happens.
Are they lesser demons, minor demons, greater demons?
They would be lesser demons because they're so I can either do 2 demons of a challenge rating of 1 or lower, 4 demons of a challenge rating of half, or 8 demons of a fourth of a challenge rating or lower.
Yeah.
And so I just pull out my book and am just like flipping through pages. And if I have to use corpses from below me, I will, of course, the lesser,
What?
not
They're
the
all
heroes.
holy.
Huh?
They're all holy.
They're not all holy,
Yeah.
are they? Are they all holy?
These are all like very like powerful heroes.
Then I will not damage their
Desecrate.
bodies.
Desecrate. All right, we'll give you some demons then. As you
And I will give I guess 2 to. I'm sorry, never mind.
This guy.
Not you.
Yeah.
And never mind. They're all 8. They're all 8 around me. I'm with paladins. They probably have a poor taste for demons, so they're all just guarding me.
Yeah, fantastic. So around Westcott, you just see him doing his normal shenanigans, wording unknown spells, enchants. You see around him that light kind of turns from this pinkish, purplish haze to just pure black and red. Lightning comes off of Westcott's armor, and you see coming from just red warp spawns, all 8 around his body, forming almost a symbol, which is kind of weird.
No, one of them is on the other's shoulders, so it's just
this is
one.
how it is written. So it shall be. You see 8 lesser demons accompany Westcott Prince for the battles ahead. I'm just gonna give you some random demons. Let's do.
Rand demons. Rand demons.
Yeah, we're gonna give you a bunch of these. So all of these demons will say what? What are their attacks? Does it say in there? We can just give them something.
It'd just be whatever. Ooh, oh, those. I mean, They're not super powerful, so they probably just have one attack or one like thing that they do.
Okay.
So
We'll give him a 1d8 bite.
sure, yeah.
Oh, they're scary. I don't want those.
Anything else? Any other preparations? The sky slightly turns darker. You don't know why.
I shoot it.
Maybe it's the sun.
I
I yell at it.
put my helmet on and turn all my augury systems on. And get ready for battle.
I try and extend my perception out more. Just see like,
Roll a perception check at advantage.
yeah, 20. Not
20?
natural.
You sense, focusing now, now that you've gotten back into the groove, you've summoned your demons, you sense a large force off into the distance, in space. You don't know how far, but it is unimaginable. You've never encountered a force this big that you've been sensing.
There are cannons in there? Are what's like the artillery and like what's the defense,
So
like
this,
the offense of this tower? Like,
It has planetary defense spread it across the entire surface, but for you guys right now, on each tower there is a massive like Gatling cannon. For your guys' SA, they do
essay?
situational awareness. Each cannon does a volley attack. We're gonna do 4d20s plus either your int, your whiz, or your dex, either one you're choosing. And then the damage is gonna be 4 percentile dice. And from there, I can describe how much carnage you are unleashing.
So can I tell the server that I have to man that gun? Like, plug in
It
and
looks at you and kind of like sparks and fries out a bit in non-compliance.
Very well. Tell it to go fix something in the corner. I get on the gun.
Okay.
I will man a gun as well, and I will instruct the demons to be my shields should anything like to look out behind me, to like throw themselves in my way if they if danger comes to me.
Okay.
And I'll the front right one facing into the nothingness where the bridge is connected.
Okay. Anybody else? What are you guys doing? Enzo, what are you doing?
I'm still on the ship, but I would like to know what the weaponry is now before we get into combat.
On what? On the fortress itself, the ship itself.
The ship.
So the ship, Shadow Dagger, has 2 machine guns on the front as well as 2 missile pods on the top, and you have a good amount of like reserve ammunition for it.
Gotcha.
You didn't shield the servitors, though.
What?
Okay. So you got the ship. You got your info. What are you doing now?
Oh, I'm just waiting.
You're just waiting. All right,
I'm
Luna, what are you
gonna
doing?
cast Searing Smite.
What's that do?
Basically, the next time I hit a creature with a melee weapon, my weapon flares with white hot intensity, and it deals extra damage.
I want to wait.
How long does it last?
Oh. A minute. How far away is it?
Far.
Oh. Well, then I guess I wait. But I would like to hold that action until right before we enter combat.
Okay, for the sake of that spell, to let you know, I will allow you to cast it on the artillery gun itself.
Okay.
We can say that you're going to be spending the next like 20 minutes just writing purity symbols on the gun itself.
Okay.
And you can do that across all of the guns if you wish.
I do.
It'll take a little bit extra time, but we have maybe a few moments.
I'll do my own
What
thing,
is?
please.
So then, does that mean that I'm manning a gun, or like? What
Are
am I
you?
doing? I
I
mean, that'd
mean,
be
you're-
cool if
I mean,
I
you're-
could. Are there enough?
Yeah, there's 4 guns. There's 4 Astartes. There's 4 Inquisitors, 4 Astartes, 1 Dreadnought, 3 Sisters of Battle,
I'll take a gun.
and 1 Servitor.
Do you have the stats for this gun? Or are you rolling the damage for these?
So the stats are you roll 4 d20s for a volley, and you roll 4 percentile dice per d20. So if you hit, which it'll be hits are above 10. These are massive cannons with massive AOE capabilities.
Feet are cold.
So can I like do something on my gun?
Yep.
So I want to like take my suit and just like actually I bring the servitor over and like you can be useful here. Like, tap him. He like goes over to the gun and starts to like and adds another barrel, and that barrel has basically an ensnaring strike on it. Basically, so whatever I shred out of the barrel is like a chain thing that wraps people up. Like,
You attach a barrel to this massive cannon.
well, then never mind. It's not. I thought it was a chain gun.
No, it is. It is a towering
Then I just
weapon.
add like I just change some of the ammunition to like chain ball thingies. That when I shoot them out, they just like it's basically ensnaring strike. Whatever I hit with those things basically gets wrapped up. And it's
Okay.
like, and they have to do a strength save to actually break free of the chains. Basically.
I want you to kind of RP
That was
that
what-
for me.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I want you to ask somebody
the-
for it.
I said the servitor guy goes up. I was like,
Servitor is gonna look at you and question like he's only known the ship. Like how is he supposed to know this?
oh, I get on the
Fortress.
box and I go, Kira, do you have any ensnaring ammo?
Oh my gosh! I'm so glad you asked. 1.
One ensnaring ammo. Okay, well, could you have it brought up here or teleported up here or something?
Have your servitor do it.
Servitor, can you bring that to me?
She's not very respectful
Compliance.
of the Inquisition.
Thank you. Beep beep.
Your your servitor kind of goes off looking for this chain ball.
Can I try and taint the machine spirit of this gun to be a demon spirit?
Yep. Do it.
Aren't you
Roll
an
D20.
Inquisitor?
Aren't
I'm
you
confused by your
If
character.
you roll higher than 18, I will allow it.
I don't.
Okay.
Wait. What do I add?
I don't know. What do your demon stuff?
That my demons.
Intelligence, wisdom, and your proficiency.
Is this what Frosaro looks like?
Yeah.
If it's Arcana, my knowledge of the dark in unknown, the warp
Like,
+3, then it's 7 to an 11 roll, so it's 18.
you just got it.
Yeah,
All right. You see
just
Westcott
scrolling.
holding his hand up on one, and with the other is kind of just going all over, just with different symbols, and they start to glow, and then fade out as the gun kind of rotates 360 degrees on its own, aims right down to the bridge, and just starts laying into it, everything.
Wait,
It's not good.
I'm just kidding. Gun doesn't. It does the full 360. Yeah, you almost got fucked. No.
and by the way, Frost Sorrow, I don't want him like in the middle of the bridge. He's like still like he's like at the entrance because that just seems foolish because the bridge could just be destroyed and he could fall down and die.
He is at the entrance, just chilling. So,
Okay, dope.
yeah. But the gun does. I need that. It does a 360, aims down, aims up, kind of doing a function check by itself, and then kind of turns off.
Perfect. You're mine now. Do my bidding and I shall free you back into the abyss. Good, yes, good.
So as you are all making your final preparations, the time just kind of passes by. Remy, I want you to make a perception check.
Well done.
$16.
16? Okay. Right near Westcott's gun, you see the shadowy, translucent figure. You can see more clearly now. It's definitely human. He's got light armor on, light Astartes armor, almost like scouting armor. Yeah, just chilling there, arms folded, just watching everybody in their movements.
Any of my demons reacting?
Nope, nothing.
All's good in the neighborhood.
So I noticed. Do I see any livery, like his heraldry on any of his like equipment?
Just black, translucent black. No symbols, no nothing.
Very well. I sort of just like type on my wristband again, just and send a message to everybody that says like, be on the lookout for a shadowy cloaked individual. I've seen him a few times on the ship, and now he is on Prince's gun. Beep. That's it.
Okay.
Oh, and I beep. Hey, where are you, servitor? Get back here. I need that round now. Beep.
Compliance.
Can I try and see if there's any like explosives or anything that I can put on like a certain portion of the bridge? Does this have in armory to that extent where I can just like get?
Yeah. Kira hits you up like, if you need anything as far as explosives, they're in the arming room, north corner, north tower. I think Westcott, you are already there, so just enter in, and you have access to whatever we have available.
Just have my demons like fly the explosives down and set them in, like, be obvious to shoot, like to be able to shoot it to detonate the bridge.
Okay.
If we need to.
Okay. The demons, you give a bomb out to each demon there.
And they're also, I'd like each one to hold a bomb and act as like, you know, if they get close and up against the wall, to just like drop it on whoever's there.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of look at you. And then it's like start running out onto the bridge right past Frost
Yes,
Sorrow.
Billy, good.
And
good,
Frost
Billy.
Sorrow just goes, Inquisitors. Just to himself. One runs back to you and like, and his detonator.
Good, Billy.
And then he's like, runs back, kind of phases out the wall. Bomb kind of like drops right next to you, and just phases back, and then he picks it up. He goes, and jumps over the wall this time.
Whee!
It's a more accurate depiction of what's going on.
The bridge is a lot longer.
No, that's what
Mary
it's like.
shall not pass.
Is that a tank with legs?
Frosaro,
It's
the
Frosaro.
behemoth tank man.
Frosaro?
Frosaro.
Frosaro.
It's
This is what you said you wanted to happen, right?
Mer, you shall not pass. I'm Frosaro, the behemoth tank man.
None shall pass this man.
so it's
I don't know how any demon could possibly win against us.
Honestly, yeah. They'll see those manly legs and then start running
Frost Sorrow.
away.
Anyways. So after some time, the sky slowly turns from a pinkish purplish haze to slight red. You hear over 1 alarm, 2 alarms, 5 alarms, alarms that seem to be planet-wide. You hear from all around you, warning, warning, warning,
Horny.
warning, unknown fleet
Warning.
arrival,
Warning.
warning, warning.
Sisters
Warning.
will just start like stripping. No, that's not what happens.
All of you,
Can't it be?
I want all of you to make perception checks. Holland goes over the box. This may be it.
Natural 20.
Perfect. You really didn't need to do high. We'll get to yours after I describe what they see.
9.
25.
25.
19.
19. Okay, you all got super fucking high. So
Yeah.
as the skies light up, now bright red, hundreds and hundreds of massive Astartes ships jump into real space. Cannons from the planetary defense system already start just launching these massive plasma rounds into the sky. You just see small explosions. What you can...
Servitors, prepare evasive maneuvers.
Compliance. You hear Shadow Dagger start revving up. Yeah, more explosions keep going off into space. What you assume is going to be like, yeah, that's a lot of damage, is only pebbles in an ocean of a fleet. One of the biggest fleets you ever encountered in any battle.
Really quickly, I think we only have 3 people manning the guns, right?
Yep, and you have a demon.
Yeah, so I would like to just say to Reggie, get on. What gun are you on?
I don't know. One of them.
The one
Which
that
one do you want?
that Egret's not on. I just want Reggie over there on a gun.
What about the open
So
gun?
there's Reggie.
On the open gun.
There's Kyrus, and there's
Which one's the apothecary?
Roland. Kyrus and Reggie are just standard battle brothers. Roland is the apothecary. Sargon is in charge, and the first chosen Frost Sorrow is the Dreadnought, who is in overall command of the Imperial Fists. Outranks you guys like by a fuck ton.
Frostar does?
Yeah, he's older than you guys are.
But not by much, you know.
What's his birthday?
10,000.
Is it 7 or 8?
Some March.
Smart.
Set March.
Smart. Shit, I forgot about the dates in between the month days. So then, do we have any command over anybody here? The Sisters of Battle won't fucking listen to us. The Frost Sorrow's in charge of his battle brothers. Where did Holland go?
So all of the Astartes, they've all 4 are on the walls.
Each.
Yeah, 1 to a wall.
Frost. Sorrow. I would recommend that we fill the vacant cannon seat with one of your Astartes, one of your more than capable Astartes.
Your peasant bodies did not fill those guns up? Fine.
The peasant body that would have filled the gun is currently hovering above us in a very deadly Thunderhawk. His tactical brilliance you couldn't even comprehend.
So you think.
He kind of just turns you off, and you just hear over the Vox, Karis, get in the gun.
That's what I fucking thought.
And he just goes, alright.
I want to give you an opportunity to like finish if there's any more description, but I also would like to do something. So
Yeah, go for it.
so this is an enemy fleet.
Yeah,
Yeet fleet.
eat fleet.
Okay. Do I see or like look on the sensors and pick up a flagship or anything that stands out, or are they all kind of the same model?
There's different varieties of ship. No, nothing like crazy bigger than the other. There's nothing that stands out as a flagship. There's just a lot of ships.
The demon comes.
The demon.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna start firing into the center of those ships. What are they in range by now?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, Servitors, ready the cannons and the missiles.
Compliance.
Was it the chain guns or what did they say?
The chain swords.
So you have Gatling cannons and missile pods.
Ready all weapon systems.
Compliance. Any other final preparations?
I would like to ask my demon fellows if they have any insight as to what is coming our way.
You can, yeah, go for it. You telepathically reach out, connecting with these lesser demons. You hear
Even she's on.
sadistic laughing and just screams of horror in your mind, but you're used to it. Make your question.
She smells straight like.
I think she just went to
Which
the bathroom.
of the 4 lords
It's like she knows.
is
I can
coming
smell
this way?
She smells like her litter.
Roll a
She smells like that as soon as she gets out.
interrogation check at advantage.
In persuasion, what's an interrogation check?
Yeah, like interrogation. I
mean,
think it's
intimi-
Dex.
Intimidation?
No, like you're interrogating. Dex proficiency.
Dex?
Charisma, or is that?
Is it charisma for interrogation?
So there's
Yeah, I think
intimidation,
so.
investigation.
Yeah, investigation.
Oh, okay. Then
What was I
it's
saying? I was
intelligence,
saying
yeah.
legitimately. I said investigation. Investigation.
you did say interrogation, but
Interrogation,
it's okay.
investigation.
It's okay.
They
Both
start
make
with
sense. You say plus proficiency?
Yep.
24.
Okay. One of the demons you connect with starts to kind of actually form words, and you kind of hone in on this one lesser demon, and you just hear, and then explodes.
Sorry, one more time.
Blood.
Aha. Aha.
Everybody, I would grab your skulls. We're in for a doozy here. Maybe let's. No, never mind. That's dumb.
Blood. I was gonna say eat some ice cream so you get a skull freeze, brain freeze. So they don't want you. But that's just stupid.
It is just stupid.
We could kill ourselves, and then they'll have nothing to take.
No, they'll have our bones and skulls to take. So
As you are asking this to one of your demons, you all see raining from the sky fireballs, almost like meteors, just raining down on the planet. Off in the distance, about like a mile and a half away, you just see flashes, flash, 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 hundreds of flashes, and then a couple seconds later, the boom. Hundreds and hundreds of explosions off in the distance. Reggie just goes, "Drop pods!" All of you make a perception check.
$18.
18,
13.
10.
10,
19.
19. You both see on the horizon
Fuck.
a sea of red just racing towards this fortress. You hear
Fuck.
just everything is going silent as more explosions and more light. What do you all wish to do?
Frosuru, the blood god comes. Prepare as you wish.
Seems like I have to roll for initiative.
That's a new one.
See what I did there? That's a D12. Ooh.
14.
Okay. Remy.
10.
Luna.
13.
Enza.
10.
10. And we're just gonna roll for. Cool. Then we'll do the Astartes as just. You're not in a gun, right? Are you in a gun?
Yeah.
You're in a gun. You're in a gun.
Yes.
You're in a gun. Or you're in the ship, and then.
Kiris is on a gun.
Kira's
Battle brother of Holland.
gun.
Where's Holland stationed?
Holland is on the north wall. He's right here. We'll say you're on this. Okay. Enzer is that. Luna, what gun are you on? What gun do you want to be on? There's
I'm not gonna be able to see it.
3 other guns.
I'll take that one.
This one?
No. This one.
The one that you're in is possessed by a demon, right? Or is that another one?
I'm just there with the like. If it's on autopilot right now by the demon, I'm just going to be trying to like survey the battlescape, and try and like send out hints and warnings and like commands to people if I can, and also just if I have 7 demons left, the 8th one fucking perished. Try and just like send them to support whoever needs it for the time being, and also
I have planted charges on the bridge. I also have helpers who will defend the walls at the base should enemies hit them. Should you need them, let me know.
You got it?
I don't know if I can hear anything, so I just.
I'm using Vox now. I tried to get in touch with you, but
I
it was-
complied. I said, "Oh, very well then. Use your thingies, but I will be here, absent of them."
I'm gonna take a position next to Holland and just like fight side by side with him.
Okay. So.
And
We're gonna say. We'll say that's. Holland.
Use the little yellow guys.
We'll say.
Them shieldy guys.
Where's that big Baron? That's what I need right now. A big old Baron. This
you need the big red guy.
No, you're good. I'll use this bad boy. This is gonna be Frost on the bridge.
There's another one of these guys right here.
Frost on the bridge.
Fuck.
That's good. Here.
Oh, dope. Good.
Is this your demon?
No, that's
That's him.
that's Rasha Varric.
You have plenty of demons right here, I guess. But they're kind of strange pumpkin monsters and snowmen.
So both Holland and Roland are both with you, just in case. Seems like the primary of the force is on the north side of the fort, so that's good. Cool. So let's roll for the horde.
And I'm gonna cast a mage armor on myself.
Okay.
This guy's heavy, man.
What does that do? Increase your armor by 2?
Targets is 13 plus dexterity, so it's 15 right now, as opposed to 12, which is what it originally was.
Okay, so
Can't close that.
the horde goes first, as you see a massive tidal wave almost of Astartes screaming as they rush towards you. You hear Blood! Blood! From almost every single one of them as they're just mindlessly coming straight for you. They close the distance a little bit. Frost Sorrow is up next. He winds his guns up, and he just pretty much prepares himself. Magnus, Westcott, you're up.
Is anything within range of the guns?
Yes, everything, all everything that's on the battlefield right now is in range of all of your guns.
Everyone, fire. They're within range now.
And I'm just gonna have my shadow demons fire as much from the gun as they can. How far away from the entrance to the bridge are they?
The entrance to they're about a mile out right now.
Okay.
From where they originally landed, probably about a good 3/4 of the mile out. Still a good amount of distance.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Magic Circle on Frost Sorrow. You create a 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder of magical energy centered on a point on the ground you can see within range. Glowing runes appear whenever the cylinder intersects with the floor or other surface. Choose one or more of the following types of creatures: celestial, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead. I'm going to choose undead. The circle affects a creature of the chosen type in the following ways. The creature can't willingly enter the circle by non-magical means. If the creature tries to use teleportation, blah, blah, blah. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against a target within the cylinder, and the target within the cylinder can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by the creature.
Okay, good to know.
Chose
Can we
undead.
turn the music down a little?
Or
So
fiend.
zombies?
Undead is like, this is the blood god. He, from what I know, he controls the undead, doesn't he? Is it still fiend?
That's a miracle, pretty much. He just controls warriors and demons. Yeah.
Yeah, but doesn't he like? Okay, well then fiends, I would say. I would as an inquisitor, I would know which one is more appropriate. I would say.
Yeah, that's true.
From the Blood Angel book, it sounds like it would be undead, but I guess not, because like their bodies were used.
Yeah, the demons take over bodies, but I mean, they transform them into demon form, kind of. So it's really, I don't know, it's weird. It's like possession, I guess. But yeah. It's crazy.
So it's effectively giving like Frost Sorrow it like a lot of advantage on whatever comes in the immediate vicinity of him.
Good to know. I sent you all what demons are coming your way.
Ow! 6 photos.
It doesn't look too
Okay,
bad.
these are all really, yeah. Well,
I'm sorry. Is Karn coming? What the fuck?
We'll be back in time for lunch.
Yeah, because they'll be eating us.
Weak ass pussies.
Luna, you're up next.
Yeah, bloodthirsters riding
I'm
his
gonna
ass
go ahead and
rhinoceroses.
shoot off my gun.
Reggie's on stage. Get ready, Reggie.
Oh wait. I was having the Shadow Demon also fire the.
Oh yeah. Roll 4 d20s.
I had 4.
Okay. So anything above a 10 is a hit.
What am I adding?
You're adding either add your dex, or your intelligence, or your wisdom, whichever one you would like to use when firing this weapon. It is under your control, so you can add your proficiency as well.
Wait, I'm sorry. See, we can add whatever we want to this.
You can add either
3 hit.
3 hit.
Yeah.
So roll 12 percentile dice.
Ooh, let's see how this goes.
And just give me the grand total. Yeah, so you can either, for the guns, you roll 4 d20s, and then you can add your
grand
either
total,
your dex, your int, or your
1,
wisdom, whichever you're
88,
most proficient at. But you don't add your proficiency. Not for me.
29.
What? What? You don't add your proficiency.
Yeah, don't add your proficiency. You're not proficient at this turret.
Oh.
He is because it's a demon.
Oh, I see.
40, 19, 129, plus 40, 169, 70, 88. 188.
188. Wow. So you see your gun as you are like just turning your hand, just go, whoop, and then you just go like that to launch it as you just see 4 volleys, not normal ones that you usually see with these kinds of cannons. You see these dark orbs with purple and pink and red lightning surround the round itself as it launches out into the sea of red. You take out a crater.
Do I add anything for the demon edition, or is that just it's on autopilot? And that's
It's on
what that is?
autopilot.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
You took out probably around like 300 to 400 just in a nice big old clump. Body parts of the stars just keep flying over the mass as you see some kind of stop and pick up the arms and the legs and whatever body parts they can actually just find and just start devouring them as they just keep sprinting towards the fortress. Anywhere you want to move? Would you like to bonus action something?
I'm pretty sure I'm good for, because I'm not sure I can do anything really. I think, yeah, if they're within a mile out, nothing can sort of like reach them. So
Okay. Cool.
yeah,
Luna?
I'm done.
Reggie's on. Reggie, you better prepare your move.
Reggie?
Yeah, Reggie's got to prepare his move. He's on deck. Got it!
I'm going to shoot my gun.
Pew pew! 40-20. Remy, you're up next after Reggie.
3 hit.
3 hit. Okay, so roll.
12.
Yep.
And one of them is a natural 20, if that counts.
It does. Yeah, so for those 4 percentile dice on that one, double them.
God.
A lot of numbers here. Big old numbers. That's what the people like to see. Big numbers.
Oh my god.
Big ass honking numbers.
Say big ass honking numbers.
Yes.
Wah. As you fire, Reggie is kind of just bringing
Like,
more
he told
ammo
us
up
goddamn
from the armory downstairs. He goes over the Vox. There's like barely anything here. Who decided that they had any supplies ever? Like, that's insane. There's like nothing. So you guys know. Click.
Oh my god.
Holland comes back over the Vox and just goes, fuck.
Didn't I give him like some supplies or?
Yeah. You gave them like bolter,
Oh, okay.
talking like cannon ammo.
Yeah.
Remy, you're up in tandem with Enzer and Holland. Holland is going to kind of just hold. He's gonna hold his bolter up. He's gonna turn towards Westcott and just goes, I don't know what kind of game you're playing, Inquisitor, with your demons, but if you're for the Emperor,
Whatever it takes to win, you should know.
and he
I
gives-
am, and always will be, for the Imperium, for the Emperor until my last dying breath, and my body will even then be consumed in fight for the Emperor. I don't even think you would make such a sacrifice.
we'll find out.
Now fight with us.
I look forward to it. And he kind of holds out his gauntlet in friendship.
A bond is forged this moment.
If I could actually use what I was holding, I guess what I would have left next time is like detect thoughts for until the horde comes in range. I'm effectively trying to gain like scour the area for names. Like whoever's weakest of thought, I want to hone in on that, capture it, and then take the name and use it against them.
Okay, roll wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Shit, disadvantage.
Roll.
990.
Okay.
Shit.
So
Wisdom saving throw?
yes. You see as one of the cannons actually glows bright red as it launches 4 massive rounds. In your cannon for this, the servitor loaded in some extra spicy, high explosives. You see it impact 4 different locations. One of the locations taking out probably around 2,000 Astartes. Each smaller location taking out probably around 50 to 75. As more and more you see them just fill in the gaps like it never even happened. More drop pods rain down from above, never-ending flow of drop pods. Remy,
I
you're
also
up.
cast
Okay.
Searing Smite on it, right?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would like those grounds to be on fire now.
Okay. All the Astartes are running through it. They just don't care. They're on fire, running towards you. Some of them dying.
No!
Some of them don't give a shit.
Now they can attack us and burn us.
Well, you said she was up.
Nope. So you guys are up in tandem. You
I
guys
rolled
at the same time.
15 for detect thoughts.
Detect thoughts.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
You take. You take 12 points of psychic damage. It is way too much. There's way too many entities out there for you to actually just hone in on any single one to gather a name. There's too many. Enzo, Remy, both up.
Guess I will fire the gun.
Okay, roll your 40-20s. You're in the ship.
These 2 hit.
Remember, you had your proficiency as well.
You don't have your proficiency with the gun.
You told me
You
to.
did because it's a demon.
Oh.
Nope. So 2 hit.
2 hits, so excuse me. Roll 8 percentile dice, please. Enzo, what are you doing as he's rolling all these numbers?
So I'm in the middle of this castle thing. Are there any? So there's a lot of drop ships. Lot of ships.
Oh yeah, a lot of them.
Are any of them dropping on our location?
No.
62.
That's convenient.
No, it's a 92.
Okay. Well then, I'd like to.
13. Wait a minute. Is that,
Cervantes, fly above the castle walls. Start engaging the enemies closest to the castle.
You see Shadow Dagger jumps up into the sky and just cruises out. Let's see. I'll roll for them.
You can't fit there anymore.
Wait. Sorry. I'm not trying to fly away. I'm just trying to fly up.
Okay. Yeah, you're just cruising up. Well, how high do you want to be?
I'm just trying to basically be a 5th gun. Just not too high. I don't want to skyline myself too high, but like enough to fly or to be above the wall so that they're not really on the trajectory. So that I can shoot just up and over
is that a 0?
and engage the enemies.
Okay, clear
It's a
line of
10.
sight. Got it.
So that's 14. So that's
No, that's 104.
what?
Yeah. It's a 10-sided dice. You have...
A lot of it just goes like 1%. to
And I'd
10%.
like to fire
And
off
you do like 1
everything.
to 10 here.
Okay.
It's like this is the first number, this is the second number.
Okay.
Wait, actually, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I
This
was
would
rolling
actually
I was rolling for
be-
Karis.
28.
This would be 0.
Um,
That'd be.
oh,
You'd
so
just be.
Okay.
8.
Go ahead. Which one do you want to fire? Do you want to fire full volley?
Yep.
Okay. So for the Gatling guns, it's going to be
142.
2d8, and then for the missile pods, it's going to be 2d12 per.
I don't have access to dice.
It's 142. I guess that's it.
Two.
So great.
Yeah, what?
You do if you
142?
remove
142.
the demon.
So your cannon, you see
What do you mean?
2d8.
Rummy's
2d8
cannon
and
fire
2d12.
a volley of 4, impacting the we'll say the eastern section of the tidal wave that's going to crash on top of you very soon, taking out a good 400, and we'll say 27, because that's a good number.
It's a good number.
Yeah, that ends my turn.
I just add those up,
Mhm.
combine them.
Yep.
19.
19.
Yeah.
Cool.
Rolled kind of low. Actually, pretty fucking low.
So you see the shadow dagger slowly hover above the wall of the fortress and just start laying volleys
What
of
is
Gatling
this?
rounds
Oh, no.
and missiles going out into the sea. You see it go out probably like quarter of a mile. Hit the dirt.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they don't have the range.
I thought you said that enemies are certainly in range.
For the cannons, yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, you didn't specify cannons, so never mind.
Cassio, you know you're in a Thunderhawk, right?
Yes.
Just
Sensors
checking
gave me
the-
a false read.
checking the systems, right?
Yep.
Everything works, good to go.
Turning off my box now.
So Karez is up next, and you see you see one of the tower guns explode. Just everybody roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, they're all-
Let me know who beats a 13.
oh.
Nope.
I mean, you're.
I don't.
What'd you say?
13. Dexterity saving throw. No? For those who failed, you take a full whopping 10 points of force damage. For those
No!
who succeeded, you take 5 points of force damage. As Caress is no more.
Take how much force damage?
You take 10 if you failed. You hear Holland go, "That's one gun down. We have to keep the others alive. What is going on? What happened?"
I'd like to thrust out my perception and try and see what the fuck happened with that gun.
Same. Did I see anything?
No, you just see a big, like, cloud of smoke.
Billy, go check out Caress's remains.
Bill, was that one of the lesser demons?
Yeah.
Okay. just goes into the smoke, and you just hear.
I knew it. His
Cool.
taint button was pressed.
And then Roland the apothecary is last on the crane, so he's just gonna hold. He's actually gonna sprint over to the gun. He's gonna make it probably like halfway there. He's not gonna be able to reach it, but he's trying to get over to the gun to see try to gather that gene seed up. It is now the Horde's turn.
The hordes.
The bloodthirsters that are on the bloodhounds are at the bridge. They, through unknown means, have just sprinted their way all the way here. Frost Sorrow, holding his actions, just loads into them with 4 Gatling guns and 4 missile pods. Let's see. Cool.
Sick.
Not cool. Magnus, you're on deck.
Aim everything that I can at whatever's approaching the bridge.
Okay,
from
go
a
ahead
demon
and
perspective.
in your cannon for the demon.
Yes.
Go for it. You see Frost just laying down just unending rounds and explosions all on these hounds, just melting them. Basically, they're hot knife through butter, just melting everything that they are. Some of them are slipping closer and closer onto the bridge, but for now, he's holding them back. You launch your
all
4
4
rounds onto
4 rounds hit.
the beginning of the bridge. Go for it. All 4 hit?
Yeah, all 4 hit.
Nice. Roll for all 4.
Frost.
That's a lot. 16 D12s.
Yep.
You
You're
You do that on a phone, you know.
20, 30, 30, 19, 49. Ooh. 85. So 129, 134, and then 64. So 194, 198. And then 17. So 208.
Oh yeah, you're good. Yeah, that was my threshold.
That was. I still have one more roll.
Do you?
And then I got a 96.
So you're over 3.
I'm over 300.
Yeah. Okay. So you had to be over the 200, but now it's extra 300 to 4.
Over
maybe?
400.
Over 400.
I got a 60 and a 40, so 66 and 47. So
With all 4 rounds, you make your own trench in front of the entrance to the bridge.
Good demons, good.
It's gonna be like they have to jump like 50 feet just to get to that shit.
cool. And does that count as my action or the demon's action? You tell me. I will.
Say it's your action.
Okay.
You are controlling a demon of a larger variety. You can move your lesser demons for a bonus action, I'll say. Luna, you're on deck.
Just still protecting me if anything comes towards me, and Holland if anything protects me and Holland.
Okay, you're protecting Holland. Okay.
I would like to shoot my gun again,
Go for it.
but I would like to try and aim it towards like as close to the front line as possible.
So, what Westcont did?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. Reggie, you're on deck. Okay, got it.
Reroll it. Fell out of the box.
No, it's really okay. This time only 2 of them hit.
Oh, okay.
Where back gotta be?
Okay. Remy, you're up next after Reggie. Are you gonna be firing your?
Roger
if you're gonna be
Varric!
firing your cannon, please roll your dice now.
I roll?
Yes. Do your action.
Are they within range?
They are within range now.
That's fine. None of them hit. I rolled below a 10 for all of them, so yeah.
Okay. I will say, you hear a beeping now. And like sirens start to go red inside your gun.
I got 500.
500 in front. Same thing. 4 massive rounds, creating even a bigger trench in front of the bridge. You take out some of the hounds that are still running forward, obliterated, just pink mist all over the place. Enzer, go ahead and roll for damage. Just roll for damage. Remy, you get a warning symbol on your main gun. Says explosion imminent. What do you do?
I leave the tower and go back down to the wall.
Okay.
$31.
31 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so with your Gatling gun and your 2 missile pods, you see some Astartes trying to leap their way over. You just kind of like just snipe them out of air. As soon as you see one Astartes jump up, you see just bisected by the Gatling rounds. The missile pods get launched over into the back line, just explosions of Astartes just taking them out. They're all pretty much just held up. The ones that are faster, they're held up at the trench that you guys have kind of created now, and you're just kind of like shooting fish in a barrel. Everybody needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Do you tell anybody what's going on?
My gun's way far away from everybody.
Don't we have bars? Yeah.
I guess I could say, hey, my gun's down. That's it. It's not. It's broken. And it said explosion imminent, so I left.
Oh.
You all have 1 free action to do what you need to do.
I'm gonna bring some demons, go over to the gun, and see if I can't check out, like, if I can't just like possess this one too.
You're gonna go all the way over across the battlefield with my gun before it explodes.
I'm on the center wall, so you put both the right and left cannons should be relatively close. So, how far away? What's the distance?
Of the horde?
The cannons.
The cannons, they're probably around like each, probably around 500 to 7,500 meters. It's a pretty large fortress.
One free action. Then I'm just gonna keep laying into the horde coming in our direction.
Okay. Hands.
Yeah, can I just keep firing?
Yep. Go ahead and just roll straight damage.
And
I think you're pretty. No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You're gonna keep firing. Okay.
I would like to know. Everybody, I didn't really pay attention, I'm sorry. But everybody else, the Sisters of Battle, they went, where was the entrance that they were coming in and out of?
Up here, the north entrance.
Right by the bridge?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Let me clarify. What did you ask? Where are the enemy coming from?
Where's the crypt, I guess?
Yeah,
where's the crypt?
Where's the crypt entrance?
The crypt entrance is right next to the landing bay, or pretty much.
So right below me?
Yeah, pretty much right below you.
Okay.
We have a free action. Can I just shoot my gun?
I mean, everybody's super far away from my gun, so if it explodes, there's no
Yeah.
danger to anybody else.
Can't
except
really
me.
12?
12.
It was so far that I can't.
What are you trying to do?
Just keep the people in the trenches down.
Okay, you're
From
12
advancing.
damage.
12.
Okay, yeah. Same old thing. Just you kind of miss a few here and there, but you're still laying into them. You're still mowing them down.
The
You're
entire
launching
left
4
side
more
is-
rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and.
What? Rummy?
Oh, just the entire left side of our fortress is actually down. I just realized that.
That's
So
really
everybody make a
far.
dexterity saving throw. at advantage.
Ah!
19.
Okay. You
13.
13. Okay.
I did roll earlier when you said it, and I got an 18.
18. Okay. Enzo, you're fine. You don't have to make one.
I don't
Okay. You just take 2 points of bludgeoning damage just from the explosion. Everybody else just gets a push back. You're knocked back a little bit in the ship. You get a little rock.
The turret exploded?
Turret's gone. You have 2 turrets remaining now.
Why did that happen?
I told you I rolled
he rolled
like 0 on every
Turret
roll.
explosion?
So it blew up.
The turret
Yeah, and that's what happened to Caress. He rolled 3 natural ones.
Yeah, so...
Except for a heart attack.
I also want to relay a message down to Frost Sorrow that, like, whenever he sees that the bridge is being overtaken, I'll leave it to his discretion as to when to throw the planted explosives.
You farting? At your chair.
Just
Where is it?
And then I got 720.
720?
All 4 hit.
That's impossible.
It's not. I rolled 100 3 times.
Yeah.
This is
that's-
100, right?
Yeah. No,
But
no,
then-
that's actually 0.
This is a 0?
Yeah, so that's 0, and then you add whatever your... So that's like 8.
I thought that was like 10 or something. Like
No, zeros are
Hundreds.
Zeros are literally zeros.
Isn't that like the percentage of like
So-
1 0 is 10, then you add the other one to make it 9, then 2 0 is 20, you add the other one to make it 29%. I thought that's what like those dice were for.
What? I don't know.
So if you roll a 0, 0, that means that is 0, and the single number means that it's whatever that single number is. Does that
Oh,
make sense?
you didn't do this properly, Kat. You
No, I didn't.
you
And
rolled.
also, if you have 4 rolls, of 100, it's impossible to get 700.
No, I
She's-
mean like one dice.
she did
rolled what I thought was 100 3 times. And then these were all really high.
Yeah,
Am I rolling this wrong?
yeah.
So the single numbers are literally only so you pair the double number with the single number. If it's 0, 0 plus 7, or with the 7 roll, then it's just 7. If it's 9, 0 with a 7 roll, then it's 97. Does that make sense?
I see.
So
yeah,
that
this
you
is.
always roll them in
I've been
pairs.
doing completely wrong.
I would love for you to have gotten 700 or whatever.
I
it was,
mean,
but-
We can keep it.
2 turns
it.
ago I got 990.
I don't know how math works.
I mean, you have
on that side of the table.
you have searing strikes though.
I didn't realize that you roll them in pairs.
Yeah, she was just rolling 4 dice and like going
yeah, I
in
was just
increments of
adding
100.
them up like by tens. So I thought it was like, so it's like 60 plus 80.
You know, Max is the DM. He might have different understandings or implementations of how that works.
Sounded good to me.
990.
700, whatever it was.
720. Hey.
You take out. You
3,000.
you guys are you guys are really making a trench around this bridge, and Frost Sorrow is like not happy about it because he's not going to get the chance to go head to head with this horde. But you know you're helping him out, but not really helping him out. If that makes
So,
sense.
Sorrow, you rest those weary bones. We'll take care of this.
Those big
The
legs.
youngsters.
You kind of just click as a confirmation. As the horde finally arrives at the bridge, most are jumping over, just trying to get at anything they could just possibly kill. Most falling in the trench. Some making it over to the bridge itself, rushing to Frost Sorrow. He's laying in it with his dual Gatling guns and his quad missile pods. At this point, things.
Remember, he also has magic circle on him, whatever the 40k equivalent of that is, which is like all the creatures pretty much have.
We can say it's like a holy nova, so they're not passing within it without a certain, we'll say, saving throw.
Yeah, so like their skin starts to sear as they pass through the barrier, and it just sort of is like, is this actually?
Like in Avengers. Got it.
I don't remember,
Cool.
but I trust you.
So as this horde of Khorne's army is in front of you, screaming nothingness, everything goes silent. You see the sky go black. A huge red meteor crashes down. Same distance out, but it's an atom bomb of an explosion. See the mushroom cloud billow up out in the distance. 1 second later, you just hear this screech. Everybody make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh wow, so that's weird. So for percentage-wise, if you 0
Boom,
0
you're
plus
good.
1, that's a 1. But if 0 0 plus 0 is 100, that's weird.
I mean, it's the only way to
12.
to get 100, I
Cool.
guess.
Yeah, that's a strange. 0 can be a 0
was it
and
wisdom?
and
Yep.
100 as long as you roll a 0.
You gotta be at 13.
God
weird.
damn it.
What if I got 13?
You're good. You beat it.
5.
5? So you
I guess
and
that'd be 6, I guess.
Remy and Luna, you take 2 points of psychic damage, and whatever food you ate is now on the ground. You stare off heroically into the distance, awaiting what could possibly be your death coming on. You feel fine. You feel like that was a big ass explosion.
I'm ready.
How far away is that?
About a mile out. Same drop zone. Same. So their drop site hasn't changed at all.
They clear that in about 12 seconds, so.
They're fast.
Alright, well, I'm gonna... Oh, sorry, can I go? Or...
So this is another checkpoint. Right here.
It's 10 10.
It's done
Hey,
10.
yeah. That's, yeah.
Okay.
Huh?
We still got a good amount to do, so we have another episode. I can just add into it. Add another couple hours.
Before we end, could I do my voxing and be like, hey, servitor, I don't need that round anymore. Thanks.
You don't hear anything back.
Thought so.
I
Scared.
could use it. Mine still works.
All right. So off in the distance, you see a huge shadow leap into the clouds, disappear, and that's where we're gonna wrap it up. This ends part 1 of many of Warhammer and Dragons. Thank you for joining us.
Wow, Midnight just got super comfortable.
We're going to cover all of the books of the Warhammer series.
We're actually in a book right now. If you can tell me the one that we're in the comments, I will give you a prize.
Whoa. An epic prize, because
Red
holy
pad?
shit.
It's a thumbs up in our next episode.
All right, tune in next time, whenever next time shall be. And remember, until fate keeps this mic thing up, and never stop playing role-playing games.
Warhammer.
Or that one.
We are